July 21st, round 19 in the bag. We thought we knew how the season was going to pan out, but this week threw up some incredible games. This league belongs to Adelaide and Fremantle. Strap in, it's your Flowers Day. Bounce that pill. Let's do it, folks. It's time to go round the grounds on the Footy with Broden Kelly, your weekly update on the footy. Let's go. It started Thursday. Giants meaned it up on Thursday as they sunk the Bombers badder than a Bundy at a Bucks in Brizzy. Then, Friday night, the Dogs continued the can you win games without a backline experiment, which is not going great. Meanwhile, the Brisbane Ashcrofts are building nicer than Ronnie Coleman, a famous bodybuilder. Port went down to the Lonnie Hawks in a match that was more dour than an insurance meeting with the Tomorrowland organisers. You get that, Tom? That's for you.
Tomorrowland's very successful, isn't it?
It burnt down.
Did it really? Like just recently?
A ruckman for North at the moment is harder to find than an Epstein prison security tape, as Brodie Grundy had 62 hitouts and Heaney had his highest rated game of all time. Then Saturday night, Carlton held off the D's, who were giving their members less hope than a Late Show with Stephen Colbert fan of a new series. West Coast had a worse weekend than a CEO at a Coldplay concert as they lost to the upstart Tigers. Saints showed more heart than an optimistic butcher in Geelong, but it wasn't enough to hold off the conniving Cats. Collingwood and Freo was the best game in the world. The Fremantle Dockers did better than a docker at a dock. The Suns and Adelaide felt like the biggest clash in the week. And then the Suns performed worse than the ninth metaphor in Broden's Round the Grounds. And that is Round the Grounds. Congrats, Freo. Congrats, Adelaide. Who else congrats?
I mean, Geelong, I guess, Richmond, Carlton.
Do it. Welcome to the Footy with Broden Kelly. This is the Monday wrap-up of round 19. Holy hell. A weird round. Predictable round at points, surprising round at points, infuriating round at points for many of us. I'm joined by my friend Tom, who potentially this Saturday, we'll know more about it during the week, might be a professional football player. Welcome.
I loved all your pop culture references, Broden. Very on the nose with the Coldplay, and I forget all the other ones.
On the nose means bad.
Does it?
Yes.
I thought
on
it meant
the nose
like a little in-jokey.
No, a bit stinky, like, it's a bit on the nose.
I thought it was a bit in-jokey, sort of, a bit, cheeky.
So, what we do had a reference to the CEO of the guy who was really getting horny at the Coldplay.
Yeah, people are loving that.
They're loving that. Epstein, in the news.
Yeah, big news.
Released the documents.
Get it out there.
What else did they talk about? The Tomorrow. So you didn't know?
So yeah, my understanding of Tomorrowland is it's the biggest, coolest festival in the world. So I thought you were talking about Fireland or something.
No.
Shit.
So do you know how when you think Tomorrowland, what do you picture on the stage?
Yeah, like a huge set. Like they'll build a huge castle,
like a palace.
Yeah,
castle.
A castle usually behind the DJs.
Burnt down the day before.
Right, and this is like happening now.
I can't believe you haven't seen this.
I know, this is very in my vote.
And so everyone's chipped in and the festival's gone ahead. But people like TikToks of people flying in from around the world going,
there's a giant fire there. Yeah, wow.
And they've just kind of set it up. Then they're like, now the stage is like with a background of a burnt out shell of a castle or something.
That's cool. I like that. Suits Tomorrowland better, in my opinion.
It's been streaming all weekend. Not my vibe, that music.
I mean, I like quite a lot of it. And I saw someone played an old school RuneScape remix to great aplomb.
But you didn't see the burnt out thing behind it?
No, they might have been on the side stage. Hey?
Someone's doing RuneScape remixes at Tomorrowland and you're not there?
No, right. I should be there. I wish I remembered the name of the DJ, but it popped off.
What's your match of the round, Tom?
Oh, easy. I think very predictable, but like Freo Collingwood might have been the game of the year, to be honest.
Let's look, and I was going to try and say, no, I disagree. My game is game of the round. No, the game of the round is Fremantle Collingwood.
Yeah, for so many different reasons. First of all, like the drama, so much umpiring discourse.
More drama than a maths Monday night.
Legitimately, like so many people on Collingwood upset about the umpires, so many people on Freo upset about the umpires. I think it sort of evened out in the end because there was awful calls on both sides. But just an incredibly tight tussle. Really thought Freo wasn't.
They were behind for a lot of it.
Yeah, I really thought they couldn't do it.
And this is my top line for this weekend.
Okay.
You're not going to get it right every weekend, but umpires had a bit of a rough one this weekend.
Really rough, yeah.
Some insane calls. Like in this one, the descent coming out of the blue.
Yeah. So who was it who they pointed to the screen and
said... A young blonde fellow from Western Australia.
It was either Hayden Young or the other great midfielder. I can't remember which one it was. You know, the great midfielder. Sarong, maybe.
It wasn't Sarong.
It wasn't Sarong. It might have been Hayden Young.
A lovely young blonde fellow.
Yeah.
He didn't even like point. He just gestured at it. And
it was crazy.
There's no precedent for this to be called at all, and walked someone, Schultz, to the line.
Yeah, crazy.
Just I listened to both commentaries, and everyone was like very upset.
The one that I thought was even worse, and it actually Footy Karma took care of it in the end, was the Luke Jackson marked it, went to handball, never moved his pivot foot. If it was netball, apparently he was always grounded.
Apparently
he didn't take a step.
Apparently he stepped forward, but like, come on.
No, that was crazy. And then for that was just like it's all about. We'll talk about this later with Mac Andrew and Gold Coast. I think a lot of the times with footy, the problem is the punishment doesn't match the crime.
Yeah,
a goal for potentially pivoting when he didn't dispose of the ball, he didn't go to play on. Like he didn't take a step. Whereas often with the stand rule, players are given 4 or 5 run steps before it's called.
And so, but silly. Then the umpires were booed off this game. Because for 90 seconds, Collingwood Football Club felt what it was like to be normally officiated. Like they had the experience of 17 other clubs.
Yeah.
Because beautiful mark in the last ditch effort. For Darcy Moore was playing full forward, and he's dropped the knee into.
I thought it was into Voss. Was it? Oh, so was he playing full forward? Right.
Yeah, they dropped back.
I thought it was down the other end, but no, because Freo walked it back. Yeah. Right. So he was playing.
So he just got and so Darcy's dropped the knee right into his back, so they walked him 50.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then but also. They had their chance. Jamie Elliott had a shot on.
Yeah, they had plenty of chances, as always. But Nick Dacos played one of his best games of the year. Had plenty of chances.
Josh Dacos went missing, though, in that last. He didn't have the same as last week.
No.
But he can't expect that. But no. This is the Freo Flowers moment.
Yeah.
Because you're more of a numbers, data, percentages, you're in the books. I'm more of a spiritual follower, Tom.
Sure.
I'm more about the heart of the game, the smell of the liniment, I forgot where I am.
The vibe or some shit.
I forgot where I am for a minute. And Freo were just, in my opinion, they had a more powerful mentality than Collingwood in this game.
Yeah.
They just felt like, no, this is ours. We've got this. And when usually in these moments with Collingwood, you feel them as the ones who are
they've got the
all
aura.
over it, the aura.
Yeah.
But Freo had the aura in this game.
Absolutely.
Do you know who's the most aura-laden player in the AFL, I think?
Is it Patrick Voss? Because I want to talk about him.
Yes, it is. They've got multiple auras.
Yeah, who are you going to say?
Luke Jackson.
Luke Jackson was a close second to me.
Luke Jackson's got
Voss.
that kind of jock boy energy where he just he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like he's lining up at the MCG, 60,000 Collingwood fans screaming. He's like, oh, really?
I don't mind.
Not even in like a nerves of steel thing. He just doesn't care.
No, he won a premiership when he was 19. He's on $1 million a year.
I genuinely don't care. Yeah. But yeah, Patrick Voss just wanted that ball all day.
6 goals, incredible performance from a guy who was delisted from Essendon. We have to say it. We have to say he was delisted from Essendon. Everyone's going to run with that all week. He was a star. Can I say one more thing before we move on from Fremantle? I'm sure other people will be aware of this, but Andy Brayshaw was wearing the helmet of his brother Angus Brayshaw, so it felt like a superhero.
Thank you
thing.
For bringing it up. Yeah. I turned this game on, and he has the same build as him. He's wearing the helmet. As a Melbourne fan, it meant so much to me, him doing that. I thought, what a cool dude.
Yeah.
Like, I know he had 10 stitches in his head.
Yeah, there was a good reason for it, but I love that he went and wore that one because it felt like Thor or some shit, getting the hammer from his dad or some shit. I don't know. It just felt very magical to me.
It felt very poetic justice-y.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm so glad they won, especially just because of that.
His Brayshaw's last game obviously was against Collingwood and plays in this team, and so I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to try something now.
Okay.
We're going to call ABC journalist Poppy Penny, who is a diehard Freo fan and is, I believe, travelling home after celebrating.
I am still celebrating.
Poppy, congratulations on your team.
Thank you so much. We're really happy to have won the premiership tonight.
You went to the game and then the pub and now heading home. Is that right?
Yeah, that's a correct. That's the correct order of events. I went to the game and then I went to the pub, and now I am in fact heading home.
Have you lost your voice a bit?
Yeah, I have, which is a real problem for my line of work.
Freo have arrived, Poppy. Can you just rev us? Like, our audience are often like, you don't give enough flowers to Freo. Tell me why they're going to win the flag this year.
Allow me to give some flowers to Freo. Well, let me start with Patrick Voss, the biggest chest in the league. The man has got a big chest.
Are you on a train?
No, I'm at the train station.
Oh, great, good.
The Patrick Voss train hasn't left yet, but I will be boarding when it does arrive. No, Paddy Voss kicked 6 goals. I think that's actually a career high for him.
Good on him.
So bummer for Essendon, who delisted him, which is another sort of blow to Essendon.
Yeah, rough.
As if they needed another blow.
And then tell us. I was just talking about the aura of Luke Jackson.
Mate, Dogger.
Yes.
I actually think Freo need more rucks. So we've got 2. We've obviously got Darcy and Jackson.
Yeah.
Great. But I think we need more.
Yeah, get Darcy Cameron as well. Get 3 of them.
No. Well, Vossi does also go into the ruck. Josh Tracy does also go into the ruck.
Why?
So we've actually got 4 rucks. People are really critical about 2 rucks set up. And actually, I want everyone to know we've got 4.
I think, is it Luke Ryan down the back?
Yeah.
He was a gun today.
Oh, he's a star. For sure.
Yeah, he was very good today. I mean, to be fair, they were all very good today.
Do you feel Pop? Do you feel like there's been a shift from like last year and they've ascended to another level this year?
As a Freo fan, we are always pessimistic. So, no, I think terrible things will happen to us, and we will not make the finals.
Yes, good.
And we will, and because we've won today against Collingwood, number 1 on the ladder. We will lose the Derby next week against the Eagles.
That's so true. Yeah,
they are. That's the rules. That's the thing with the Dockers. Like, the most dockery thing that could happen is that we will lose next week, and I'm prepared for that.
Are you talking to Paul Roos tomorrow morning about this?
Nah, I actually got tomorrow off with Paul Roos. I'll be talking to him on Tuesday.
Oh, great.
Because I actually just need to be having a little bit of lemon ginger honey drink because my voice is absolutely shot.
Well, mate.
From screaming at the fantastic umpiring decisions that were given today, particularly in the first half. My goodness.
Well, you can't be pointing at a scoreboard, all the time, Bobby.
Exactly.
It's just unacceptable.
I mean, to be fair, given that we won, we actually can point at the scoreboard. No problems. What was the scoreboard? We actually did win that game. So
yeah, hell yeah.
Point at the scoreboard all you like.
All right, hell yeah. We'll go home, celebrate, mate, and just do some vocal rest, okay?
Yeah, there'll be a fair bit of lemon ginger honey going on in the next 24 hours.
Good on you, Poppy.
Thanks, mate.
Bye, mate. Poppy Penny there, just going off.
Just popping off, loving that energy.
The other team as well who has arrived, who we need to talk about, is the Adelaide Crows, who, are arriving, I think.
Yeah.
But they were primed today. Like Suns walked into a train today. As soon as the game started, Suns were like, we beat the top of the ladder team last week. Mm-hmm. And then they walked into a hornet's nest, essentially, of Adelaide Oval on a Saturday afternoon. And they remembered earlier in the year, and they were so mad.
Yeah.
And the young Suns without Took and everything were like, oh, shit, fuck. And just got punched right between the eyes immediately.
It's so... give the flowers to Adelaide, then I can talk about Suns. So what other flowers do you want to give Adelaide? Because I don't want to take away from Adelaide too early.
Well,
but I have a lot of interesting things to say about the Suns, I think.
Well, firstly, like, Neil Bullen is the best player ever now. Would have been lovely if he was this consistent at the fucking Demons.
Seriously, 3 goals and 31 disposals.
Yeah.
It's pretty good innings.
But then, like, yeah, like the forward line is so potent.
And they're missing Rochelle. Remember last week I couldn't remember the 6th forward? They're missing Rochelle. They're so fucking good, man. It's the best forward line in the league. It might be the best forward line ever assembled.
They are 3 goals better at home, though, which is the one criticism I'll say.
100%. But didn't they come over here and take a big scalp 2 weeks ago? Was it Doggies? Yeah. So, like, they can...
That's true. Last week.
Yeah, they can win away from home. Like, they can get it done.
I just think of them always at the MCG doing a weird game.
Sure.
That's how I think of them, and I'm probably wrong about it.
No,
But
I feel like that's blanketed every interstate team is a little bit like that for sure.
I was just like... Neil Bullen and Saligo were their highest disposal getters, which is weird.
Yeah.
Jordan Dawson, like they didn't have a lot of the ball.
But that's a great thing when you have teams like this. And I see it with Brisbane all the time. I'm sure we'll talk about Brisbane later. But just different people can pop up and dominate a game every week. So I think Fogarty didn't touch the ball today. That's a good thing.
He had an ankle injury.
Yeah, if you can smash a team without your second best forward, kicking a goal. It's just like great,
On a guess, do you think that Adelaide and Freo are legit contenders, or are they teams like last year's Hawthorn and Doggies, where as soon as they get to the finals, like, oh, never mind?
I'm happy to back in Adelaide. I'm not happy to back in Freo yet, but it was a fantastic win this weekend, obviously. But they've been more up and down. Adelaide have just been really consistent, man. Like they've dropped a few as you do, but really, like the season they're putting together now is a guarantee. Top 4. They're 4 points off the top of the ladder. They've only lost 5, and I think they were all fair losses. One of them was robbed against Gold Coast last time. No, they're the real fucking deal. Freo have still got to convince me a little bit.
It's actually worth going through the ladder, at least the top 10. So Collingwood are now only 2 points clear of the top.
Yeah, just that draw keeping them on top. Oh, no, they didn't have a draw. Brisbane had the draw, didn't they? Yeah.
So, yeah, they're a game clear. They're a game behind Adelaide. If they were to lose and Adelaide were to win next week, then Collingwood would drop to 3rd, and Brisbane won as well.
Yeah.
But that's like because Crows' percentage, as I scroll very quickly, is the best percentage in the league.
Oh, by far, 140 versus
6%.
A very good one as well. But yeah,
6%. But. So you got Collingwood first, Brisbane second, Adelaide Crows 3rd, Geelong Cats still in 4th after having 2 losses in a row before this week, was it? Hawthorn, Giants, Freo, and then Suns still hanging in there because...
Game up their sleeve
as well. Far out. But then also Doggies couldn't do it.
But Doggies are still in it, though. If Suns continue to lose, they're still very much in it.
Swannies are a game behind them.
Technically possible, but a lot would have to go their way.
And D's still technically possible, actually, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think the thing that's worth shouting out about Adelaide as well is they've got Port next week. Showdowns are always a big up in the air. It'll be Ken Hinkley's last showdown.
Next week, we got Q Clash, we got Showdown, we got Derby.
Correct. Big round. But I think if Adelaide can get over that bogey, because anything can happen in that game, and win, then yeah, they're going to finish.
They're going to have a home final.
Yeah.
And they'll probably play a Brisbane or a Collingwood in the first round.
Yeah. Can I talk about the Suns really quickly?
You may.
Just a few things to point out. First of all, the most frustrating thing about being a fan of like a team like the Suns is when you come up against Adelaide, we've been rebuilding for 15 years. We've done 3 rebuilds in that 15 years. Adelaide's basically been rebuilding for like 3 years.
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon. And have managed to do a better, stronger rebuild in 3 years than we have in 15, is my opinion.
2 kinds of rebuilds though, right? Because in this team, you've got grand final players.
Yeah, but not that many, right? You've got Tex and
Laird.
And Brody, what's his name? But he hasn't even been playing all year. Not Broden Kelly. You know who I mean. But there's not that many, Broden.
But there's
2 or 3.
There's something about a team being up, the more good players around, just Suns have never had them, right? So you're more compared to a North Melbourne or a...
Yeah. But I agree with you in a sense because, like, Jordan Dawson, yes, of course, like, guys like this, like you said, Rory Laird. But really, it's been Thilthorpe who they took it to in a Suns draft where we had a lot of picks. Like, guys like this that they've just been so clever. Getting Rankin from the Suns was huge. I just think that's a really frustrating part about being a rebuilding team. You would have seen it with Melbourne.
Don't get me wrong, that was a horrible loss, but it doesn't throw out the year at all.
I think in the past, a loss like this has Jengoed. I'm using Jengoed instead of a dominoes sort of thing. Has Jengoed. Not Jengo.
What the fuck are you talking?
It has Jengoed a lot of losses. I wouldn't be surprised if we lose every game from here out.
No, that's not happening.
Yeah, that could happen. That's what we usually do. I'm hoping that's completely not what happens.
Did you not see in the room after the Collingwood game, they've made a big mural on the wall of every player standing. You didn't see this, did you?
No.
The players all standing in a line next to each other, facing away, looking up at a Mount Everest. And they're approaching the end of the year as we're climbing Mount Everest, and that's their theme. And so if I was Damien Hardwick, I'd be like, climbing Mount Everest, this is my audition for coaching.
Love it.
Melbourne next year and being the president. Climbing Mount Everest isn't a straightforward thing. There's moments where you need to put some ropes in. You need to set camp. Sometimes you might fall back a bit. Sometimes you might freeze to death and die, and your body stays up there. And other people walk past it and see your body on just to the side, and they might use it as a marker to say, "Oh, we're at Green Boots."
Yep.
Some people have passed away on Mount Everest and have never left.
Yep.
There's people who were in the 20s who's you can still see them and their clothes like their clothes because at that level things preserve because they're frozen.
It's a journey. You take some steps backwards. I get it. But
did you know it's the largest open cemetery in the world? Did you know that?
I did know that from the Auntie Donna podcast. But let me just say one last thing.
Great movie, Everest, underrated movie.
Is it? One last thing on the football series, and then I can put on my happy hat for the rest of the episode. Is like the biggest single issue here is Sam Collins has been he's been probable for 3 weeks. He's a huge part of it because Charlie Ballard did his ACL. We have no tall timber.
Yeah.
Mac is not a one-on-one player. He's always been an interceptor floater in. And if there's one team who you don't want to come up against without key defenders, it's Adelaide. Fogarty,
you were primed for a smack.
Yeah, and the only disappointing thing was even when I tipped him, I thought we would lose, but I wanted to tip him because I thought we'd show up and we'd have intent. And Matt Rao really did. Yeah, but apart from Matt, I really feel like, I don't know about Noah. He got taken out of the game in the second, in my opinion. I felt like the effort wasn't there, which I hoped for, and fair enough. If we had had effort, we could have had a gallant loss. Instead, we had a devastating
Can
loss.
I say one last thing?
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what's a win about this for you guys? 61-point loss, because this could have been a 120-point loss.
It was looking that way. I think they did to us what we did to Collingwood last week.
Even though it looks like a pantsing, like there would be Crows fans leaving this game going, oh, we didn't really.
Yeah, because I think we were on 4 points at midway through the third.
Yes.
Yeah. So they took the foot off a bit.
So that happens, right? But you've followed the Suns for 15 years. You know that it can be worse than that. So the fight back at the very least is a trending thing, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
One final thing, while I think about it, while we're giving flowers, I didn't realise, when you were talking about Daniel Curtin all year, I didn't realise how young he is. He's up for the Rising Star. He's the favourite.
I was going to say, right?
Yeah.
For my ego and for my own sanity, I was revving him up like a year ago, yeah?
I don't know about a year ago, but this year, early on for sure, and I was like, I don't really know who this is that Broden's going on about. I thought he was like a 24, 25-year-old who was a fringe player.
I could be gaslighting myself.
Yeah.
But I have memories of the draft happening going, that's the guy.
Oh, you could be. Was Melbourne after it?
No, because what happened, right, is Dan Curtin should be the great saviour of West Coast.
Right.
So in the Harley Reid year, he is a West Coast boy. He grew up going for the Eagles. And there was a vibe of like, West Coast maybe should have just picked Dan Curtin because...
Instead of Harley Reid, because... He might leave.
But there's a difference between pick 1 and I think he ended up going pick 11 or something.
Yeah, right.
But he went way too low. Way too high.
Yeah.
Whatever
way too late.
Way too late. So there's a world where West Coast should have maybe split 1.
And gone for like 8 and 11 or something.
Yeah, or 4 and 6 and getting 6.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he is a proper freak.
Yeah, I didn't realise that. I knew he was good, but I just didn't appreciate how young he was. And now seeing him as, it's going to be him and Levi Ashcroft for debate for the Rising Star. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Good on you, Curtin.
I could have just made it all up and I've never mentioned him before. But
no, you 100% have. Just not last year, but this year for sure.
All right, give me that sting.
The scenes at the Adelaide Oval.
If you watch football, you've seen this ad and nothing else.
Another legendary moment from Toyota. We're here to celebrate a moment of pure desperation.
That's Matt O'Kine.
A smother like no other. The
That's Ryan Shelton.
mother of all smothers. And who better to help than Magpies premiership legend, Heath Shaw.
I'll freeze it there. So, Tom, this is the Toyota Legend Moments ads.
Yeah.
Do you remember growing up with these ads?
Yes, vaguely.
They used to be done by Dave Lawson and Stephen Curry.
Yes.
Do you know Dave Lawson?
Yes.
From Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
From the Girling Dust Me Select?
I feel like I know him from this ad more than anything.
Yeah. And yes. So,
And Curry's from The Castle.
yes, from the Castle, yes.
Yeah.
And everything else.
Really? What else has he done?
Well, he was in the Castle as like a 18-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And then was in every Australian television show and ad for the next 15 years.
Yeah, is he Mr. In-Between or whatever?
No, absolutely not.
He is, isn't he?
He is not Mr. In-Between.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah,
He plays that nasty man, yeah?
Scott Edgar.
No, that's Scott
Ryan. Yeah,
Sorry,
no.
sorry,
Stephen
sorry.
Curry doesn't.
Apparently this
Stephen
is
Curry doesn't look like Scott Ryan.
No, he doesn't.
Is not Scott Ryan.
No, in no way. But apparently this film is like underrated, In-Between, Mr. In-Between.
This
Have you seen
this film, Mr. In-Between,
Yeah.
is underrated. Tom, Mr. In-Between is a TV series.
And apparently it's phenomenal.
It's on Binge.
Yeah.
It's one of the best Australian TV shows made in the past 15 years.
But I think when it was made, like not a lot of people watched it. It's
Tom.
post being made that it's got all this hype.
I watched it during COVID.
Yeah.
It came out on Foxtel in like 2019. You would actually love it.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing people now give it its flowers.
Brooke Satchwell's in it.
Who didn't watch it 10
Jackson
years ago.
Tozer's in it.
Jackson Tozer?
I would say like TV shows in Australia of the past like 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
In the last 10 years, really good TV shows. Mr. In-Between, Colin from Accounts, Fisk and Deadlock.
And Auntie Donna's Big Old House of Fun.
Oh, of course. But I'm talking about things that normal people can palate
Yeah.
and digest. Why are we talking about Mr.
I just thought it just reminded me that's a really cool film.
Go and watch it. It's not a film, you fuck. Anyway, so that was a big ad campaign when we were growing up, right? These Dave Lawson and Stephen Curry made a bag of those.
Yeah,
Just like
as they should have.
I can't even fathom how much money they would have made off it.
Reruns or reshoots?
They new series. So I think they came out
that's
with
what
like
the money would have been.
They came out with multiple series of them, and like what they would do, I imagine, is after one went well and they went to shoot another one, you would renegotiate.
Oh, you just say, yeah, you do what those guys did in that Disney film.
Mr. In-Between.
No, Mr. In-Between. You know that kids' Disney film that made a lot of money? And then Mindy Kaling came back.
Aladdin?
And said,
I don't know what the fuck.
Mindy Kaling came back and was like, all right, chuck us an extra 10 mil or I'm walking. And Disney said,
Inside
no worries.
Out.
Yeah.
Inside Out too.
Disney said, no worries, walk.
And they fired her.
Yeah, when she should have, but obviously that didn't happen with Dave Lawson.
So they did this for a generation, and like, how much money do you reckon they were making in like 2004 to be in Toyota ads? But that everyone loved, because very rarely in ads does the audience love it. Like
Yeah.
it would be this ad and Rhonda and Amy ads.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But I reckon they both got like $100,000 every time they shot.
I agree. That's
in
what I would
the
think.
2000s.
And that would be premium, like 1A. That's the most money you can make from an ad as an actor in Australia.
So they've brought the ad back, right? In 2025. They've
Yeah.
gone, it worked 20 years ago.
Yeah.
No more new ideas.
No. I saw this TikTok about people saying that like nothing's made with new IP now. It all has to be old IP.
That's right. It's
Like
even in ads.
and music and movies.
Well, didn't they they made a live action Moana, yeah?
Yeah, and musicals as well, Broden. It all has to be off existing IP. Now the ad people are going, oh well, let's just
Yeah.
do it off existing IP,
So the new legendary moment is Heath Shaw smothering Nick Rewalt, right?
which is
Touched
fantastic.
off the boot. No goal. Oh my goodness. He came up behind him like a librarian.
Yes, good laughing, Tom. But like, so here's my theories on this ad, right?
Yeah.
Firstly, I thought they picked the most beautiful oval.
Yes,
And I think that's close to where we grew up down the Banyule Flats.
I reckon it is too. Could be Eltham Way even.
Second, Ryan Shelton loves his footy. I know
Yeah.
that. He's and he knows his footy. Matt O'Kine, I know very well. I've known Matt O'Kine for like 15 years as
Yeah,
well.
good friend
Everything's
of the
15
pod.
years today.
Yep.
I would like to quiz him on football. So I believe. The other thing I want to say about this ad is I got approached like, I'm going to say, and I'm not exaggerating, maybe 6 times by comedians going, hey, I'm auditioning for a Toyota ad. Can you tell me what Heath Shaw is?
And what to say.
And what to say. And having to talk comedians through this. And it's fun. It's just funny.
Why didn't they get Lawson and Curry?
So I reckon the first phone call they would have made was to them to say, hey, let's bring it back.
Yeah, because Ryan and Matt are really healthy and fit and like good looking. And that's why it doesn't work as well for me.
Dave Lawson and Stephen Curry are in great nick.
But they're quirky, you know? They've got quirky, funny-looking people.
That's interesting from you. You think you think Matt and Ryan are too gorgeous?
Yeah, like if you were to pick two really
hot.
good-looking, like well-spoken comedians, who would you go for? I mean, you could go Tommy Little, I guess. I could see Tommy Little in this.
I'm sure they asked Tommy Little.
Yeah.
But I think they would have gone to Stephen Curry and Dave Lawson, and they would have said, would you like to do this again? And they would have both said, sure, $1 million each.
Please.
And a car.
Yeah. Or Curry said, sorry, I've been bought out by Uber Eats because I'm doing the big castle Uber Eats thing.
Yes. Well, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn here when I say that Dave Lawson is a great, successful actor in his own right. He's in Utopia and other things, but he's married to maybe Australia's most successsible actor.
Oh, really? I don't know who it is.
Sarah Snook, who is in Succession and is winning Tony Awards.
I was thinking of the actor from House of Dragon and the Tim Minchin TV show.
Oh, yeah, so she's Supergirl.
Yeah, she's incredible. What's her name?
I don't know.
I'm blanking.
But anyway, so I don't think Dave's like, fuck that noise, probably.
Yeah,
well, I don't know. I don't know Dave well enough.
Millie Alcock.
Oh, so successful.
Yeah.
But then Stephen's like, I won't do it without Dave.
Right. Okay.
Or maybe they went, we'll just get new people for not $1 million each.
Yeah, I would have gone for the original, but good on Ryan and Matt for getting their bag.
Yes, congratulations to both of them. Give me a sting.
There's no kryptonite for kryptonite.
Some other good games. I feel like Brisbane are just building nicely. Did you see that when the Lions walk out of their change room, Chris Fagan shakes all their hands?
No. That's fascinating.
There's this ritual where it's not like a high five, hey man, dap up kind of situation.
It's a proper connection.
They shake hands like you're shaking hands with a grandfather vibes.
Yeah.
And none of them are like, fuck yeah, mate. They're all very respectful, very
making
honourable.
A connection. It gives me Godfather vibes. You know, like
had
respect.
It was like, this is very different to any other club you see, you know? And that's maybe something to do with the exit row that we talked about last week. I don't know. The Lions, I think, are just cherry ripe.
Yes.
If I was to say a chocolate, they would be a cherry ripe.
Yep.
If I was to say the Dogs that were a chocolate, they would be a boost. In that they always chase everyone home like a boost.
Oh, yeah.
They give you a boost, right? Yeah. But I'm never satisfied. And they don't have defenders like a boost. Yeah,
that's a big problem. I was first to call it out that Liam Jones was in the VFL and couldn't make it in.
He was in it this week. Yeah. Actually, let's talk about that.
Didn't help much, did it?
Let's talk about that briefly because officially, and this is official now, Brian Taylor has gone the fuck off the deep end.
Yeah, as he always does on Triple M.
Let's have a listen to what Brian Taylor said halfway through this fucking game on Triple M.
Jones in close proximity there, of course, didn't take the jab, so that's why he got out of footy, and who knows, he may be the only one in the world alive in 10 years' time. We could all be gone, and he might be just playing footy by himself. Be a strange turnaround in the AFL, wouldn't it?
So, Tom, you got it from BT First. We're all going to die. So, what's your take on that?
I mean, I think he was saying it in fun, but he has pushed these conspiracy agendas a few times. I reported, I can't remember what it was, but 2 months ago I came in saying he said something very alt, like areas sort of thing, like on Triple M when I was
gone shock jock.
He's pushing the boundaries of what is acceptable in my opinion. But I sort of like it too.
But he just said, and this is not, this is not page 6 news. He said we're all going to be dead. Apart from imagine a world with a singular Liam Jones roaming the earth.
Yeah. I guess where BT's clever, right, is that's not necessarily anti-vax. He could be making fun of the fact that he thinks, he could be making fun of the anti-vaxxers there,
No, I believe that's what he's doing.
Right, because sometimes he blurs the line for me and I'm not sure what side he's on.
Yeah. Yes.
That's right. He was going Dan Andrews on Triple M about a month ago and I reported it on this podcast. That's right.
They need key defenders is the long and short of that.
Or just better systems, right? Because it's not just on defence, right? It's actually on turnover, right? Because they're not zoning properly on turnover.
Oh, is that? You tell me. I don't know.
No, I think I saw this on Kate McCarthy's show saying that it was more to do with the system of defence. Like when it's turned over, they can't get back and get their defense settled properly.
Oh.
So they are losing 40 points to turnover a game or something, which is fucking
They lose
crazy.
all these games by about 10 points, and it's infuriating.
I still think I just think they should be in over the Suns. I think they should definitely be in the 8. I think it'll be really sad if they don't make it. But this has been the story of Bulldogs for almost 10 years now. They've had the talent since Bont's been there. They've got one flag, so that's fantastic. But really, every other year, they should have been in and around it.
Yeah.
Do you see Kane Corns as well put out that they're the only side with 5 top 20 players in the league per champion data?
Really?
And he brought that up on his show, on the champion data show. And 5 players. So Sam Darcy, Ed Richards, obviously Bont and Libba, and I think Bailey Dale is in the top 20 as well.
Wow.
Because he's a small defender.
Wow.
And I think I actually sort of agree with Kane Corns that they need to be making the 8 this year. If they don't, that's a massive fail, I think.
Yeah.
Even though they've got heaps of youth and they're building and they've got a bright future. And I spoke last week about Fraser and how young Darcy is and how good they are. But still, you can't squander these Bont years. You've got an incredible side.
They're in this magical middle world where they can, if they don't make the 8, everyone will be like, oh, that's cool. But if they do make the 8, everyone's like, that's cool. They're just kind of, it feels like they're criticism proof.
Exactly. They always finish from 5th to 12th or something.
Yeah.
They're never too low, but they never finish top 4 either. But yeah, I mean, let's not take it away from Brisbane. I guess they're fucking awesome.
Brisbane are the real deal, mate.
Yeah, the cool thing about Brisbane is they do have that thing where every week it's sort of like a different players popping up and having a ripper, which just shows how deep they are.
The other game, I'll do this as a what's the word? A connection. What's it when you connect?
Oh yeah,
A segue.
yeah, segue.
Do you know who I heard's into Joe Danaher?
Who's into Joe Danaher?
Sydney Swans.
Interesting. They need a big forward.
But he doesn't
Would
like playing football.
Nah, he wouldn't be the one, right? He wouldn't come out of retirement.
I reckon that's probably just come from someone going, we asked him.
Yes, and he's not that far. If he's in Byron, that's
Profoundly far.
That's so far. I was thinking Brisbane. No, I think that's unlikely. But they need to find someone.
So North have, obviously Sherry's not playing. And Brodie Grundy had 61 hit outs. So that's not good.
In the last 10 weeks, I think he's in the best form that a ruckman's ever been in.
Do you know? Well, let's calm down there. But
No, legitimately. If
Do you know
go
why?
through the last 10 weeks,
say why?
because I fucking bagged him out on this show
No.
like an idiot.
No.
You tell me.
Because he's coached by a ruckman.
Yes, that's what you say. We have differing opinions on this. But it's been virtuosic, Broden. It's been incredible. I think he must get the AA at this point. These last 10 weeks have been so profoundly...
That's not a whole year. Of
It doesn't
10 rounds
matter. They've
does
just
not
been so profoundly incredible.
10 rounds does not a season make.
Yeah, but if he plays like this good for another 5 and he was still solid for the first,
Good argument.
10, I think he's blowing me away. He's round back the clock to his prime Collingwood days and gone one better.
Do you know what it is?
What is it?
He was allergic to the grid. So Melbourne is all grid.
Yeah,
and he
true.
was like, doesn't work for me.
He's out of the box. He's an out of the box guy.
So he likes getting on a Sydney road and going, well, I need to head north, so I've got to get on this road that goes south.
Yeah, he wants to go
He
off
likes
grid.
that.
Yeah.
Isaac Heaney had the highest rated game he's ever had.
Yes, he had 200 Supercoach points. Equally good to Brody Grundy in my eyes, but fucking 5 goals, 34. He did this all last year, these sort of performances. It's crazy.
Yeah, but that's my criticism of Sydney this year is that Heaney is their best player, and when he's not their best player, then they go all weird.
And some of the next best players have all been injured. We know that. But I mean, having Chad Warner and what's their other good midfielders? You know who I'm talking about? Callum Mills and Errol Gordon.
yeah.
They have no excuse now. They need to be absolutely tearing it up all the way to the finals.
That's probably the last interesting thing to watch now is can Sydney win every week?
Yeah.
Another one, my favourite moment of the weekend, do you know what it was?
What was it, Brady?
The Rioli chase. Maurice Rioli Jr.
Yeah.
His chase down. That was beautiful. One of the most beautiful chases I've ever seen.
It was like someone had CGI edited him to... run at like 5x speed or something. Like
if he was
everyone else was jogging and he was sprinting. It was crazy.
If it was on PlayStation, if you're playing that on PlayStation,
yeah,
the player was holding down the right R2.
Yeah, like the sprint.
Yeah, and he's a player with great R2.
Yeah.
Energy, burst energy. And he was great all game, though. He did a couple of great takes.
He's really good. So they sent him back to the VFL. I think, again, this is from Kate McCarthy, but they sent him back to the VFL and said play midfield for a month.
Right.
And he just really found form as a mid.
I love him as a mid.
But I thought that chase down tackle was only matched by the Liam Ryan goal.
Yeah, which was worth seeing. I heard West Coast people leaving that game going, at least I got to see a cool goal.
Yeah, like just to make it bounce like that.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a legitimate cricket bouncer.
But then Richmond, right, weren't going to win a game this year. They've outperformed that by 600%. Is that correct?
Yeah.
They've outperformed expectations by 600%.
Oh, they won 5 now.
6.
6? Wow.
Check
That's
that.
incredible. They've won 5.
No.
Yeah, hang on, let me refresh. I thought it was 5 when I checked earlier. Yeah, 5. Sorry,
Then
Brody.
500%. I know how to do maths.
But the best thing about it is it's off the back of Hopper and Taranto, who are the most criticised players in the league at points, you know? Oh, took the money, now look at you, you'll never win a flag. Well, fuck, maybe they still will, because they are rebounding so quick. Again, as a Suns fan, it's like, how do you fucking rebuild so quick, you dogs? Like, it's incredible.
Give me a sting.
The man that likes planes, Jack Payne.
Tom, as of last week, Triple J did the voting closed for the hottest 100 of Australian music. Mm-hmm. And I thought we could go through our top 10 each.
Yeah. Now, can I just say something really quickly?
Yeah, you didn't make it in time.
You got to be careful here, Broden.
Why?
I could easily talk for 2 hours about this.
Yeah, no, I will call you out.
What I did is I went to make my top 10, realised I needed to stop with the top 100. I'm at 177 now.
What are you talking about? Well, that doesn't mean you like music.
No, I'm not. This is not a brag. This is the fact that this is something, one of my passion projects for the last 10 years.
So how many's on your list?
I've made a 10, but what I wanted to say was one of my passion projects, as you know, is I keep a top 100 of all time, and I've been working on it for 10 years.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's something I do. That's like
I didn't know that.
I have a Spotify playlist that I'm always working on. It's
Can we follow that?
It's like one of my favorite things.
Can people follow that?
They can. It's at like 320 tracks at the moment, but every now and then I get obsessed with it and start working on it and cutting. So I got really obsessed with this and spent a whole day on it.
Go, yeah, please.
So all I'm saying is that's not a brag of like, oh, I'm a music guy. It's just something I love making top 100.
This might take a while. We'll put if you're not interested in this, we'll put a tag in to jump ahead.
Yeah. Because I just get it's one of my, not only am I passionate about music, obviously, but no more than you guys listening, but I'm obsessed with making top 100 lists. I'll put my top 177 Australian songs in the bio.
Great.
That playlist. That's what
Okay, good. Now, should we go one by one?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll go first. Okay. So my first one I voted for is The Church Under the Milky Way.
Such a banger.
Do you know that song?
Yeah, because of Donnie Darko.
Yes, correct.
Like, grew up just going, it's the perfect song for a perfect start of a movie.
But it's also my mum's era. The Church were a band from, I believe, Melbourne. Steve Kilby, lead singer, out in Eltham. I believe they're still around. Steve Kilby still does gigs.
That's cool.
Iconic Australian song. It's on the Garn ad at the moment. The Garn ad.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that. That sounds perfect.
It's your one.
I've got Panama Always.
Who's that? Just
a beautiful song. Future classic artist. You'd know it. I think we and you have bonded over this song, actually. Play a little bit of Brendan. You know this one.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know they were Australian.
Yeah. Most future classic artists are Australian. I think. He could not be.
So down.
But it's just one dude, I think. Yeah, Sydney
Here we go.
dude.
Great song. All right.
It's not the production or the size of it. It's just that hook and the catch.
Nice, simple little chord progression.
Yeah, love it.
My second one is Empire of the Sun, Walking on a Dream. Which is
iconic.
Yeah, and this reminds me of uni and is an absolute superstar song.
Can I say this is the best ad song of all time, I reckon. Like, you want to do any ad, put this in and you got a banger.
Well, yeah, it's like going on a holiday.
Yeah, it's so upbeat and fun.
What is it working? Good shoes?
Yeah. Cars, for sure.
But you're driving
like
a TikTok?
Perfect for everything.
And this is what I find fascinating about this song is it's like a side project from Panau and Sleepy Jackson.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. What's your next one?
I've got Meg Mac, Give Me My Name Back.
Meg Mac?
Yeah. I almost put in Grandma's Hands by Meg Mac because I prefer that song.
You like Meg Mac that much?
I like those two songs. Grandma's Hands is so good, but it's a cover of an American artist, Bob Withers. So.
Yeah.
But this song is just so powerful. And again, the chorus is just like...
Remember when Zach bumped her on a plane?
I do. My fault. Get to the chorus of this. It's so great.
I don't know this song.
She's got like such simple production, but it's my flavor of production, electronic. She has such a powerful, huge voice. It's such a great message in this song as well.
Good job, Tom.
It's just a beautiful song.
My next one is Middle East Blood. Do you remember this song?
No, I don't know this song. When you put your list up, I didn't know this one.
Joe used to play this ad nauseum at uni, but this is also in a lot of movies. But these are the ones when like, let me just see if I can. You'll know the.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Anyway.
See, if they produce this electronic, that's like the sort of thing that would make my list.
Oh, yeah, got you. What's your next one?
I've got Ocean Grove Backbone.
Ocean Grove?
Yeah. Do you know Backbone? It's got one of my favorite video clips where all the cockroaches come out of his mouth and everything. And they've got 3 different screamers in it. It's so good.
Oh. Cool.
He calls himself the Backbone. It's really short. It's like a minute and a half. Just a really fun banger.
You know what's so funny about that?
Yeah.
Is the next one on my list is this band, Parkway Drive.
Which one did you go for? I couldn't pick one.
This one.
Carry On.
Yes.
I would have gone Pandora or Boneyards for me, I think.
Boneyards is good. But this, I feel like this is the iconic of the Horizons album.
It is. It's the one.
It's so funny that they've gone so different.
Yeah, I think they followed the money, which, fuck it, do it. Like, whatever. But you play Pandora really quickly.
Pandora?
I think it should be on this album. No, it's on the other album. That was one that would have made my list, but it's so fun. That's just my favourite Parkway song, I think.
Yeah, it's a good song too.
Yeah, it's such a banger. And like, it's just like, a lot of times with Parkway, I'm waiting for the breakdown. Sometimes. This, I love every aspect. The build-up, the intro.
They've got a whole music festival now. Isn't that cool?
I didn't know that.
They've got the Park Fest or some shit.
Really?
Yeah, and it's playing in Melbourne, a couple of places.
I would go to that.
What's your next one?
I have Eves Caritas, Couch.
Eves Caritas, you love that guy.
I love Eves Caritas. She's fantastic. But this is just one of those songs, again, just the chorus is just so catchy. And it was one of those ones where first time I heard it, I was like, oh my God, this is the catchiest song ever. And I've listened to it about 50 times since.
Can't find it.
It's one of those ones where it's like, I was listening and like, the song is almost average. But when you get to the chorus, it's like, oh my God. Yeah, this part. Again, I love like that electronic, bouncy production and just powerful female vocals, you know? Like, and so catchy. Love it.
Good job. My next one is another iconic Australian song called I Touch Myself by the Divinals.
I love seeing this in your list. I could never vote for it because I haven't listened to it in 20 years.
Yeah.
But classic.
we like it for another, and when we were in High School Musicals, this is what we used to sing in the change room, it was like tradition. But also, it's a great Australian song.
Yeah, and like
Chrissy
a feminist
Amphlett.
anthem in a way, right?
Yep.
Like,
Chrissy Amphlett, who's in the Divinals, is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
R.I.P. I'll get to the chorus. I'll let it get to the chorus.
Yeah.
This is we all Freo fans thinking about Patrick Costa.
Yeah, literally.
When I think about you, I touch myself. Good stuff.
So catchy.
We've lost the plot here, but I love it.
Yeah, that's why I said I was warning you. I'm
going to stop playing all the songs.
I could go deep.
What's your next one?
I got Fecky, Remember. Fecky's fantastic producer from Sydney. Just a instrumental, fantastic song.
Next one, I put Gautier, Somebody I Used to Know.
That was interesting.
Feature Kimbra.
My favourite one is Eyes Wide Open, I think. No, you know what? What's the other one? Not Eyes Wide Open. Not Heart's a Mess. The other one. Heart's a Mess. I think that's my favourite Gautier
I
song.
remember when I went to overseas for the first time when I was like 21 to New York for ages. And I remember I came back to work. I was actually working at the MCG and I was just around everyone. It was someone's ringtone. I remember hearing that's such a good song, Somebody I Used to Know.
Oh, yeah.
It really just took over the world from this
I
kid.
think perhaps maybe it was overplayed. That's why I think of other ones I love more from
What's
him.
the next one?
I got Golden Vessel, Hesitate with Emerson Leaf.
Okay.
That's just a beautiful, wonderful song. Incredibly produced.
My next one is Ice House Electric Blue. Do you know Ice House?
No, I don't know this one. Play a little bit. Come on. You won't know any of mine, sadly, but I want to know yours.
This is an iconic 80s song that I'm sure you would know.
Okay. I didn't realise this was Australian for one. Is this from Donnie Darko as well?
Could be.
I just freeze every time you see through me, and it's all over you.
Electric Blue on my
Yeah, I love this
knees.
song. That's a
I
great
saw
choice,
the
Braden.
Killers and he came out on stage with them.
That is a deep cut, Braden. That's nice.
Iconic 80s. What's your next one?
I got in fourth, Hopium Dreamers.
I don't know. You've gone real deep cut now.
Yeah, I just wanted to be honest, you know? Like, I just wanted to be honest with my favourite songs, you know? But you would know this song. This was like a top 10 hottest 100, I think. Yeah. From like when we were in second year uni.
Okay.
Yeah.
My next one is Courtney Barnett, Depreston.
Yeah.
Awesome song.
What a fun song. Yeah, love that. And then in 3, I've got Stella Donnelly, Boys Will Be Boys.
I know the song.
This is the most devastating, beautiful, just the perfect song. It should have been higher, really. It might be my favourite. Top 3 is very hard.
I don't think it's any order.
I made an order.
Okay.
And my top 100s are usually in order. But it is just when I first saw Stella play this song at Splendid in the Grass, and it was the most fucked up experience of my life for how fantastic and beautiful
cool.
she played. Just incredible. You should listen to this. Everyone in Australia should listen to this song.
Okay, great. You heard
It's a
it
very
here.
powerful song.
Next one I had Flight Facilities doing and Christian Hoberg doing Claire de Lune.
I wanted
ruined
this
by a
on my
Telstra
list.
ad.
Yes, but I wanted this song on my list. Such a banger.
And then
I have More Rat Tokyo Drift.
More Rat.
Yeah,
You like More
I
Rat?
have
And
to
then
have More Rat in there.
my last one,
Yep.
AC/DC Back in Black, because you have to put AC/DC in.
I love that. I didn't have AC/DC in my top 177. I'm sad to
Rude.
sad to announce. I had Trump Disco Big Range.
And
Changed my life.
And that's our Sting. That's our Sting. Play Trump Disco. Range. What a self-indulgent tangent that we went on there.
I know.
Right.
If anyone wants to come behind the paywall, I'll start a Patreon and just talk about my top 100 music with
Yeah.
every week.
I think that's good. Huge news in Launceston on Saturday as the rain went down is Guinea. Hawthorn beat Port. No surprise there.
Yep.
Ginnivan did another plane flying thing.
Yeah.
And Ken Hinkley laughed and said, "That's good sport."
Yeah, I love that.
And everyone went, "Good stuff," and we moved on.
Yeah, so good to see maturity from all parties. I do wonder if Port were in the top 4 and it was close and that knocked them out of the top 4, whether it would have been different. It's easy to be humble in defeat when you're retiring in
Yes, it's
3
also-
games, you know?
Yes. I think we ban Hawthorn doing dances when they're pumping teams, though.
Yeah.
I only want to see it in close moments. That's my hot take. But yes, pretty straightforward game. Gunston was incredible in this, had a real standout moment.
Yeah.
He's 140 years old.
People are trying to knock him because he only scores against, bottom 8 teams. But I think
Well,
if you score, you score. It's
you
fucking-
score, you score.
Yeah, I think he's really good.
And the Cat Saints game today, right? Mm-hmm. Saints look so much better than the scoreboard tells you.
I agree.
Wanganeen Malera still continues to just be an absolute freak.
Can I say, I think they moved him to the midfield this game, right? And I think it's going beyond a joke now. I think he might be the best player in the league.
What the-
a couple of
no,
years.
you can't be saying that.
Because on the wing, he's been incredible. In the midfield, 36 disposals, 2 goals, 2, and he's still, 20 or something? Like, he's a young player, Broden. I think he's played 81 games, and he was born in 2003. How
That's
old is that?
ridiculous.
How old is that?
2003. That's 2
22.
years after 9/11. He's 22.
22. So I
22,
think
23 maybe.
he might be, in the next
No.
10 years, the best player in the league.
22. Yeah, 21, 22.
It says here that he's 22.
Well, why did you ask me?
A little test. No, I just want to give him his flowers. I think he went to another level, playing full-time midfield. Oh
Yeah.
my God, he's incredible.
Geelong took care of business. They did what they needed to do. I have one last interesting thought on this.
Yeah.
I've heard from Saints people, by the way, great hanging out with Charlie Clausen. He believes that Ross Lyon is doing he doesn't reckon he's going to be there long term. He reckons he's doing a Paul Roos.
How come? Who's he? Do we know who or?
No, I think he just thinks the vibe of it is he's going to hand it off eventually to someone else.
But they sacked a fantastic coach to get him in.
They
didn't
brought him in to be a stability guy, to build stability, to get the list right, to get everything,
Sure.
to develop a young team. But he's maybe not there long term.
He's not the premiership coach.
Yeah.
So does that mean they have someone planned in the
Yeah, they were
wings?
talking about who's the ex-Geelong guy who's now an assistant coach there.
I don't know.
I'm feeling like I'm going to do a John Edwards. I'm feeling a Clive.
Clive Palmer sort of deal.
No, not Clive Palmer sort of deal.
He'd be a good assistant coach.
Not Jared Rivers, who is an assistant coach there. Corey Enright was who Charlie posited.
I mean, he was a fantastic player, right?
But yeah, that's my thoughts there. D's Carlton, just a beautiful night at the footy.
Did you go?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure because you were quiet in the group chat, so I thought he might be there. But
I was at the game, but then I was with Charlie Clausen from Two Guys, One Cup, and so we had
Right.
a lovely time. And if someone hits the post in the first half, you get $3 hot dogs at the football.
Yeah, right. So we've gone a bit deeper on this, have we?
It's happened. It's
So
called a donk.
How many did you eat?
I didn't have one.
What's wrong with you?
I had a pie and chips
I did
beforehand.
5, 6.
But Cozzie's the best player in the world.
5 goals too is pretty incredible.
And he gets so much of the ball. Look how many disposals he had.
Yeah, 23 as well.
TDK has been doing nothing for like 10 weeks, but he had the massive hanger.
Yeah.
But he's either mentally checked out or he's not worth what they're going to pay him.
That was my opinion last week. Remember with the Saints, especially with what's his name?
Kerno has been bad for 4 weeks and came good this week, but he is walking around like he's injured.
Why do they always show up against Melbourne, Broden?
Oh, I don't like it.
Carlton love getting up against you guys.
Fair enough. Ashton Moore.
Yeah.
Gun.
But he's played like 6 games and kicked 4 goals.
He's a gun.
But again, what did I say 2 weeks ago about Carlton? I said fucking play the kids, remember?
Yeah.
I was like, there's nothing left to play for here, so just get games into the kids.
May is going straight to the tribunal. Francis Evans, brave. Lost a tooth?
Yeah. And immediately knocked out, blood from the mouth, everything.
Yeah. May bump. I've seen so many people. This is going to be one that's mostly going to be 360 Monday.
Yeah.
And mostly 360 Tuesday, where he's either going to, the talk is he's either going to get 3 or 4 or nothing.
I couldn't see it, being over 3, right? If Sherry got 3.
But it's one of those things where it's 4 or nothing in that.
The thing was, like, the devastation he caused was so brutal. But he got a concussion himself from the knee to the back of the head from whoever.
Oh.
So he also got a concussion, Stephen May. But yeah, it just looked like one of those ones where he should have had a better duty of care. I don't think it was malicious or he tried.
Yeah.
He didn't brace for an impact or try and take anyone out.
No, I saw people talking about the Alex Pearce one where it's very, not exactly the same, but similar, where he got off entirely earlier this year for something where anyway.
Yeah, I remember that. He probably just should have tried to slow down or should have tried to tackle.
But his season might be over.
Yeah.
And so that's a lot of entrecôte stakes.
Yeah, how do you feel about all these? Like, this is a dead rubber, essentially, right? Like, was it enjoyable or did it have a feeling of no one cares? Or
I was angry.
You were angry?
Oh, no, I was angry at the end because we should have won.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm starting to feel with Melbourne, if I can give an opinion on that? Goodwin is starting to show anger in the press conferences, which is very fascinating to me because he's usually very closed door. And I feel like this year is much more of a development year than most Demons fans and the general public understand.
I was the one who, remember, we were mad at me for calling it a rebuild year, remember?
Yeah, I'm still mad. I'll never forgive you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, because so much of this team is really, really young, and then there's probably May, Lever, Gawn, Viney, Clary, Petrarca, Salem, and then outside of that 7 or so, half the team are really, really young.
Correct.
And so he gets on mic. Simon Goodwin says stuff like, we are a place that sets standards and there's people here who aren't doing it, and he's really mad about it. And that really surprises me because he never says anything.
Yeah, but then he drops Jake Lever and then apparently Jake's mad about it. It's like, no, he's trying to drive excellence for these young kids, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you get dropped, take it on the chin.
Yeah. So that's the other thing that's interesting to me.
Yeah, nothing interesting for me from that game.
Have I covered any other? Have I?
So we haven't done Essendon Giants.
What the fuck do you say, man? Apart from Stringer went back, and
I would like you to formally apologise to Mr. Jake Stringer.
I really have to.
I think that is the main thing for me.
Well, on my journey this year was like, if he becomes good, which he will, then they're going to be incredible. And then I went to, he's fucked and he's never going to make it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you said never play him again.
Never play him
I think
again.
Is the quote.
And then they didn't listen to me and they've played him again. And now he's their third string gun key forward behind Cadman and Hogan.
But Hogan hasn't been playing. And like, he's kicked, like, him and Cadman are as good, if not better than Hogan right now on form. It's incredible, man.
So yeah, they're another one to just keep an eye on.
Yeah,
wait till they play a proper good team, like a real team.
From memory, there was a couple of silver linings for Essendon, but then none of them are coming to mind. I think Liam McMahon perhaps was the silver lining. Yeah, he was he their mid-season draft? I think he was. No, he was pick 31 in the 2020 national draft.
The thing with Essendon is, like, last week we were going, they're so young, feel bad for them, and then they had like 200 games of experience that they weren't just playing, like Dylan Shield, etc.
Yeah, no, they have a couple of guns in that range. Who's the
not guns, are they?
Well, I mean, as far as experience goes, right? But there's that other guy. There's Dylan Shield, and then there's the other one who all last year they refused to play, and I thought was a gun. I don't know if he's playing right now. Can't remember. He was from like GWS as well, and I thought he was really good. Anyway, they're I don't know what's going on with them. Maybe a bit of tanking.
Maybe a bit of tanking. Well, if they were, that would be headlines. It's not tanking. They're just injured. As Marnie said on Wednesday, they're the most injured team ever in history. And West Coast people are like, no, we were more injured. And other people are like, no, we were more injured. Libby Birch in The Age, as Marnie said, wrote about them being the most injured team ever.
Yeah, it's like it's not actually up for debate. I, as a Suns fan, when Marnie said they're the most injured, was like, oh, wait, there was that year where we had like 16 injuries. But no, that's what the article said, is that they are undisputably the most
undisputed five time. The headlines this week, I think May will just be just talked about ad nauseum.
Mm-hmm. I had just the umpiring, because everyone's up in arms about it. So I think umpiring, particularly that dissent one. Yeah, that was crazy. That felt like such a tiny isolated incident. It felt personal and not right.
I think it's going to be so much talk this week, actually, because there's umpires. Mm-hmm. There is May. Yep. They're going to talk about Harley Reid's management apparently approached West Coast. Did you see this?
Yeah, with a long-term deal.
And said, hey, they brought offers to West Coast of like, this is what we think would look like for a 2-year. Yeah. This is what we would look like for a mid-term, and this is what a long-term would look like. And I imagine it was $2 million plus for the next 10 years.
Yeah, and I'll stay. And good on you, Harley. You moved to Melbourne after 10 years with $20 million in your pocket, mate. Do it. But yeah, I think he played really well this weekend after a little rough patch. So good on you, Harley. I think
they're the three. But go on.
I've got Crows grand final bound. I think that'll be a major thing. I've put it on the agenda. I've said they've got to, nothing less than a grand final now in this form is acceptable almost, which is awesome, because I didn't think they'd make the 8, Yeah. And then my final headline, I just said, I think there has to be a lot of talk about this Eagles thing. Talking about the Suns rebuild and how long it's taken. The Eagles losing to the worst team ever, Richmond, by 50 points. Yeah. At what point do we go, no, we need a royal commission into how bad these guys are. We need to blow up the place, It's starting to be around that North era of 5-6 years now of just awfulness. So I think that needs to be discussed.
Hell yeah. Well, let's talk Malakas.
I have so many, Broden, so we'll bear with
please. I imagine you put it up right as the Suns were bombing, so I imagine most people were just saying Suns.
There was a lot of that. But there's a few that could go either way, which I wanted to talk to you about, Broden. Mm-hmm. So the first just standard Malakas is, the Suns, they get a Malaka. The umpiring for the weekend, they get a Malaka. A lot of people were upset about the dissent thing that we talked about.
Yeah.
But here's the two that came up a lot that I wanted your opinion on. A lot of people were saying Tassie needs a roof. Look at that game. But then a lot of people were saying also the other way, no, fuck that. It was so rainy at the Gabba on Friday. Footy's a winter sport. You can play it anywhere. Where do you sit? Is it a Malaka or a Suva, this roof thing?
It's not the rain. It's the wind.
Yes, that's correct, because it's swirling.
Yeah, if you go and you can't, in Hobart in particular, they're 20-goal winds down there. You have to. I forgot to talk about it. Can I talk about it?
Absolutely.
So the election happened on Saturday night in Tasmania. So the vote of no confidence from the Labor Party was brought up because they were about to vote and to pretty much lock in the stadium at the new agreed fee. And so he pulled a vote of no confidence. And there was this vibe of, Labor's going to come hard here and there's going to be the Liberals are going to lose power in Tassie. Mm-hmm. And Tassie voted with a 3.3% swing to the Liberal Party.
Yeah.
So they've been not put back in power, but the mandate has been more people voted for the Liberal Party this time
than last time.
Than this time. So in my mind, and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but they need to obviously form a minority government now, so they need to get some independence on. And it's different to last time where there was the Jackie Lambie party and stuff, who they could lock in with. So they need to go and get somewhere between 4 and 3 and 2 seats to get majority. But it feels like, for right or wrong, the stadium is going to happen now because the Liberal Party's the most behind it. As it stands, unless a minority is going to come in and say you need to do it under certain, I can't see the stadium not happening. And I know that's not the whole Tassie story. There's also so many other things that the election was about. But from a football podcast perspective, it feels like And obviously, Tassie put out a press release this morning saying...
We're ready to rock, yeah?
Tasman stands by ready to work with the incoming Tasmanian government and elected members once the election outcomes are resolved. We're focused on entering the AFL and AFLW by 2028. In order to do that, we have several timeframes that we must be met. We are very eager to work with the government to realise these. In the meantime, we'll stay focused on building our club. So it's very like, yep, all steam ahead.
Yeah, I mean, what else can they do, right? It seems like a major misstep from like the opposing parties to the Liberals, right? Because they've taken a step backwards now.
I could be wrong again, but my understanding is the Labor Party and the Liberal Party both supported a stadium.
Yeah.
Labor Party were just different on the circumstances. They were like, maybe we want it a little bit different, like maybe we... and Greens are opposed to it, and a lot of the independents were opposed to it.
Yeah, and a lot of Tassie people in general, right?
Yes, but that's where I don't understand, because I've heard such vocal support for not having it, but then more people voted for them this time. I just don't understand.
I don't understand either. But what I would say is that I was talking to my brother-in-law about it, and he loves Bellerive. Like, he thinks Bellerive...
Is he a Tasmanian person?
No, but he's just saying, like, I can see how... You could look at it and you go, Bellerive is awesome. You can fit 30,000. It's a beautiful stadium. They used to play test matches there. It's got history. You can see why your average Tasmanian who might be struggling in other areas go, well, this is a great stadium. Why do we need to build a new one? So I understand that. I always have understood that. But I also understand that these swirling winds.
The swirling winds.
You know?
But also, I just thought, because how did they get voted... How did the Labor Party, who called a vote of no confidence...
You go backwards.
Yeah.
That's like damning on them almost. But then in the federal election, they all voted Labor. So
anyway,
very good.
I don't come with any answers. Please don't yell at me, Tasmania.
I think it's very interesting and nuanced. And
I find it fascinating.
Yeah.
So fascinating. What other...
So, and then the other one that I wanted came in for both ways, which I wanted your opinion on, was a lot of people are saying... Can we not fucking do so many score reviews and replays? It's taking too long. But a lot of people saying, no, like, we've got the system in. Stop saying, hurry it up. Stop the commentators talking about how boring it is, you know?
Yeah.
So which way do you sit on it?
I think that the goal umpires need to have more autonomy on the obvious ones. I'm a bit complicated on it, I guess.
Coming from NBA, I still feel like being a fan of American sports, I'm still fine with a 30-second deliberation.
I hate the double checks, particularly when they can rebound really quick. I hate that shit. You know what I mean? Like when it's a clear mark and they go, oh, let me just check it. Well, what are you doing there? We actually don't need you there then.
Sure. Yeah. There was one particular one, I forget now, in the last like 30 seconds of a tight game that you could sap the energy out of a really tight game. But all for it, like
but
every
also,
game.
If they're getting it wrong as well, which they are a lot.
Then yeah. But every game, every other game I've watched growing up, if there's a line ball call, they stop and review it. In tennis, they take as long as they need. In cricket, they take as long as they need. When I was watching rugby union growing up, they take as long as they need. Basketball, they take as long as they need. That's every other sport. So for me, I'm sort of conditioned to it takes as long as it takes, you know?
Yeah.
That's the Malakas.
I love them. Well, this has been a fun episode. We've jumped around.
So many servers, bro.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, give me the
Is it
servers.
a long episode?
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
I'll smash through them.
I made you go through your top 10 music.
And you're lucky I held back, mate. I held back, and I know you did too. So here's the message that I wanted you to talk about. Suva, Broden's Geelong show being next to the Goat Fried Chicken Hot Chicken project. Did you try this Geelong hot chicken?
No, I performed in Geelong and then I drove. Do you know what?
Yeah.
Geelong and Ballarat are so close.
Are they?
It's unbelievable how close they are.
Really? Because they're Western.
I used to live in Ballarat. You used to live in Ballarat.
Yeah.
I used to think of Ballarat as another city, another country.
Yeah.
It's so close. Like, I performed in Ballarat. I was off stage. I started at 7. I was off stage by like 8. I was in bed by 10.
Yeah.
Geelong, similar situation.
Yeah, Geelong's not far.
Geelong is so close.
Yeah, if you live in Footscray, you could easily barrack for the Cats and drive to GMHBA every week.
You could do a Dwayne Russell and drive to work every day in the city.
Yeah,
and a lot of people do that. But there's apparently one trendy strip in Geelong, and that's what I was on, which is where Dwayne Russell's son's piano bar is what I performed at. Josh Russell's piano bar. But then that was a trendy street, man.
Well, apparently this chicken is next level next door, so I was hoping you went in for a snack.
I didn't eat. I know it did look trendy and cool.
Yeah.
But I was just there to perform. And there was a good Japanese there that I had some Japanese.
Oh, nice.
But I'm all about, if you're going to Geelong, you got to stop at the Hungry Jack's on the way. That's the only culinary treat that you should be eating.
I agree with you. I've got Grundy has to be AA. That's my call. I said it earlier. That's a
Okay.
big Suva. Flag mantle. Like, let's get it on. Oh, so at the Hawks Port game, the music person was playing rain-themed songs all
Yeah, I
day.
like that.
That's really funny. So the Morris...
Do you know what I regret? I really wish we hadn't mentioned Freo.
Really?
Just to see just the fire and fury from the Freo fans.
Yeah,
that we didn't
it would have
mention.
been, you said before we recorded, a good social experiment would be
Yes,
to
it would have
forget
been
about.
social, yeah.
We should have done that. If they win next week and then now, if they win like a semi, we'll just forget it.
No, I've ruined it now.
I know, right? Morris Rioli Jr. is amazing. Taki, you already said that. Voss 6. Oh, I like this. Ryan Lester getting his first post-game interview in 15 years.
Yeah,
That's
that was
worth
cool from Brizzy.
shouting out. Now, there was one from Corbin Middlemass. He said...
He messaged us.
No. He said in the call, say his name and he appears Liam Henry.
Yeah.
Which is some
and
wrestling
WWE.
thing.
So there's Joe Hendry, who's
Yeah.
a TNA champion. He has a song called, it's about,
Being a cool wrestler.
his theme song. He's really over in the wrestling world. Do you know what that means?
No, I don't know what it means.
It means the fan base really love him. So
Great.
say his name and he appears.
Oh, this is fun.
I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe
So this is
in
what
Joe Hendry.
Corbin Middlemass was saying for Liam Henry.
London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico.
But he's very over in the
That's
wrestling.
really funny. I can't even imagine a wrestler doing that. That's really funny.
Yeah. So he was at WrestleMania. He's so over. People love him so much.
Yeah.
Great. They're great servers and great job, Corbin. Hey, wonderful week. The footy's rivalry round is next week, so it's actually very exciting.
What does that mean?
Well, Sydney versus
'cause it's-
GWS,
I see.
Yeah.
Like Hawthorn, Carlton, classic rivals. Essendon Bulldogs, classic rivals.
Who's Melbourne playing?
Melbourne have got Saints.
Those motherfuckers. Some of them aren't
That's a late
rivals.
one too. You're going to go to this? 3:15 on Sunday. It'd be a good one for
brutal.
you. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to say really quickly. We did this last year and we haven't even mentioned it this year, so I'm doing it again.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday, 9th of August, Carlton Suns. I want to go sit with the fans. If anyone wants to come
Tom,
sit
you're
with
insane.
me. Remember we did this last year and I brought jerseys
First
and gave
year.
it to everyone? Every
First year.
Oh, it wasn't last year?
I was like 3 weeks into doing the show.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do, Saturday, August 9th, I'm going to tell you where to sit and we'll go to watch the Suns
Tom,
together.
you're mad.
We'll sit in the Suns goal square.
Jesus.
And we'll give the boys support. They'll need
At
it.
Marvel.
At Marvel, 7:35, Saturday, August 9th.
That'll be brutal.
So if anyone wants to come to the football with me, you let me know.
Jesus.
And
You
we'll
heard
work
it
it
here,
out.
folks. Wow. Well, we'll leave you on that note. Hey, everyone, have a great week. Bounce that pill.